Right. Hello.
Konnichiwa.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Let's get you to start out by introducing yourself.
My name is Sarah, and my glass name I go by the Glass Goddess.
Okay. And why did you choose that name?
Well, originally I wanted to go with something that was more of like my choosing because I have a scar on my face. I wanted to go with Scarface Glass, and my mom was like outraged. I was really young at the time, and so I came up with the Glass Goddess. And at the time, I didn't like the name at all, and then eventually it grew on me, and now I'm okay with picking that name.
Okay. Finally coming to terms with it.
Yeah.
What was the first thing you made in glass?
mm, the very first thing I made in glass was typical female form. So
So
yeah,
sticking along with the same thing.
yeah.
So we'll go right to the next one. How did you get started in glass?
Oh boy. My start in glass was crazy. I actually dabbing had kind of just got popular, and I got fired from my job, and my friend was like, "Hey, you should blow glass." And she showed me like Instagram or some pipes, like like some line work and millies, and I was like, okay, maybe. And she was like, "You should do this." So I just decided something I want to be a part of, and I spent all but $80 of my severance check on a torch, and I didn't know any glass blowers or really anything about glass blowing at all. It was the first time I'd ever seen it.
Wow.
And she
Oh,
actually showed me a post from Danny Girl Glass. It was like a bender rig, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is
that
the
was the
coolest
one
thing
you
I've ever
saw.
seen." Yeah,
Okay. So the next question was going to be big influences when you started. So obviously that one.
that was a big influence.
And it doesn't have to be glass stuff either. It could be,
It
music or any other culture stuff. You know what I mean? Was there stuff that was kind of really pushing on you at the time that you feel
well,
like?
I think I've always been a stoner, and so kind of like always wanted to make my own pipes, and um especially like dab rigs, and that was a big deal. Like you can smoke weed out of we would smoke blunts, so it wasn't like, oh, I need glass. But the dabbing was like a big deal. Glass was like present and kind of necessary.
And so you said you were doing kind of sculptures. Did you try getting into like dabbing objects at the start, or did that
Mm,
kind of?
not like directly at the start because I wasn't around any other glass blowers, so I didn't see a lot. There wasn't a lot of like I understood what could be made, but I had really no idea like how to create things like that, except for like a couple YouTube videos and stuff like that online. So it wasn't the first thing, but it happened rather quickly because I was always interested in trying to make
Okay, so when you first started and you started kind of trying to get on the torch, you were just trying stuff out and a
everything.
couple YouTube
Yep,
videos,
a
but it
couple YouTube
wasn't
videos.
really influenced off other people or anything. It was just
No, and then the glass blowers that I did find in my town when I initially first reached out to them, totally understandable now because everyone you meet is like, "Hey, you teach me to blow glass," and you're like, "No, I'm busy." But I wanted to just, I don't know anybody that blew glass, and they were like, "No." So, but I'm rather stubborn, and I wasn't going away, so
kept
they
after it.
eventually accepted me
That's great. Where'd you first sell your glass?
everywhere. So it was just like I had literally no money, so I needed money to eat, and I would say like the first place I probably walked into was like every local smoke shop in my town, and then every event that was going on because it was like right kind of before legalization, so there was a lot of like sessions and things like that. So it was every event that I could make it to, and then obviously Instagram. I pushed as hard as I could and tried to sell whatever I could when I was first starting.
So like you had your first set of stuff. Was it immediately like, okay, I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I'm gonna go hit these shops that are close. Like just boom,
It
boom,
was
or
like, let me
was it
post
like,
this on Instagram. Let me take a shitty picture for Instagram when everything was a square. And then I was off to the smoke shop and trying to sell. And Ziggy's in Stockton actually bought stuff from me when they probably shouldn't have been buying my shitty ass work, but they did. And they've always supported me. So I was very happy with that. And I don't know, I was very persistent. So
yeah, it's great. So we already talked about one, but are there other certain objects besides the female form that you made at the start that you still make?
um, I would say, yeah, like animals and nature stuff. Like that's always kind of been the huge inspiration push and stuff I enjoy. So a lot of that has just like made it through the years. And I did used to do a lot of like space stuff, and I don't do too much of that. I kind of abandoned that. So
So you already said that you didn't really know what was going on with the scene when you first got into it, but when you actually first kind of started getting into the scene, what did it look like to you? Like, what were some of the
Um,
things you were kind of noticing about it?
it was it was pretty well established, and there was a lot of people starting to make some really like heady rigs and just some crazy stuff. I think 2016 was the first time I came out to Eugene to the DFO, and that was the first time I saw like really big pieces that were being constructed, and so that was really interesting. And the scene was really thriving when I entered.
What do you feel like inspires your work the most right now?
Same nature. Just
Nature?
yeah, I love anything that's just natural, things that grow in different stages of life is just very interesting to me. And I love animals, so
Do you feel like you base it more off like the area you're in? Like now that you're in Oregon, it's different than stuff you're doing in California, or is it
um
kind of
mm,
stuff you enjoy that
kind
you
of just
pick
anything
up?
I enjoy,
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to do outside of glass?
give my dog a good life.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure the boy's happy. I sure do enjoy taking him out on hikes and I don't know, just making sure he has a good time while he's here. So,
Great. What's your favorite thing to make right now?
um, I don't know if I exactly have a favorite thing to make right now. It's basically just been exploring all new things on the lathe, so different shapes or different pieces. It's been a challenge, but really enjoyable, and I've been enjoying pushing myself, trying to I don't know, just build my skills up and get a little bit better.
Is there something that if you say you had to hop on the torch right now, is there something that you feel like you really enjoy making?
Probably cups. Cups
Cups?
have been a lot of fun, yeah,
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's something I always wanted to make, but was rather intimidated by hand, to attempt it. So, uh, like I think I could make a cup by hand, but probably like a little baby cup. So it's really cool to be able to make a larger vessel with ease and not, have to worry about like it's gonna be large enough.
My mom still makes jokes to me that I tried to make her a shot glass like pretty early in my career, and
Yeah,
it's just the tiniest
it's
thing.
just so
It like
small.
sits on the shelf, and it's just a tiny little thing. And I gave it to her, and she was like busting out laughing, man.
When you're making it, you're like, this is good.
It
And
looks
then
so much
when it comes
bigger.
out of the kiln, it's
Yep.
not.
No.
It's okay. That's what she said.
What do you feel more glass blowers should be paying attention
Um, Probably worth ethic,
to?
like how many hours are you putting in? And of those hours, how many are you actually present in front of the torch and producing and making work? And, you know, um, it's fun, but also challenging to be your own boss. So, you have to like regulate that and stay on top of what you're doing.
Yeah, I love that answer. All right, last question. What do you hope to accomplish in glass?
Um,
Some Mac licks in the background.
I would say the mission's probably been the same from the start to just spread joy through glass, through glass art. And whether it's, functional pieces or jewelry, I love to see people light up. And when it's something, that's handmade from either myself or a friend, it's a cool thing to see.
Great. All right, thank you very much.